Welcome to the Aftershow, where stories intertwine. The pulse of gaming, the culture's greatest drive. With every click and sound, the heartbeat of our dream. We dive into the depths where passion blends extreme. Turn it all down, yeah. The Aftershow begin. Our soldiers of the spotlight. We're getting never ends. Discussion under passion. The topics to explore. On and get on toward the sound to enter. In the world we know, we're breaking through the noise. Till the fire is high. With games and culture's voice.
Greetings, Naysayer Nation. We are back for another week of the Aftershow Podcast, the best way to spend your Sunday other than being in church. God bless the Lord. I'm kidding. Church was so boring when I was a kid. Holy shit.
I feel that.
But we are here after the great 100th episode. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Got to chat with some old friends, some new. We had members of the actual chat pop in to drop some hot takes to mixed results, but we had a couple gems.
I don't want to pump his tires or anything, but Travis was way more normal than I expected.
Yeah, I thought Travis was going to be an absolute fucking freak show. Not gonna lie. I thought he was going to be an actual disaster of a human being.
But no, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was tough because like there were a lot of people on all at once. But yeah.
I did switch this up a couple weeks ago. Little intro. Appreciate you hanging out, Issa. Would have been nice to have you on. Travis was surprisingly confident as well. He was talking about he wanted to come back on, and he's definitely potential co-host material, but
every so often,
maybe
as long as he can accept these backhanded compliments.
Yeah,
like
maybe we'll give him a segment or something.
Yeah.
he could do some kind of hot take segment or whatever. But if we're gonna have a third co-host, gotta be black. Bless Miller.
Or High Roller?
Or Hot Roller. But he's a busy
I don't
man.
know what happened to my buddy Chrome. He was so all about it, and I'm like, oh man, I found Sadot the perfect candidate by his own standards.
I forgot all about Chrome.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the dad life is tough to juggle.
See, yeah, that's the thing. Kids will get in the way of your dreams.
Yeah,
never forget that. But we got another great week in the books. A lot of stuff happened, but we'll narrow it down. We're not going to spend an hour talking about the Trump Joe Rogan interview.
I saw like a minute of it. Actually, the minute that everybody's been showing.
I threw it on while I was playing NBA 2K, just to have something going on in the background because I was trying to grind out the double rep event, and it was an interview.
Yeah,
it was an interview. 30 million views in one day.
That's crazy. I mean, I've tuned out everything politics, man. I don't care. I hate them both. Like,
we're 11 days less than that from the potential end of the world, Jay. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Vote or don't. I honestly.
I'm voting locally. That's about it.
I honestly don't care. But besides all that nonsense, we had
I do like Joe Rogan though. Sorry.
I do like Joe Rogan. Yeah.
I actually have like 2 of his comedy albums. Like he's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, fanboy confirmed. So we're going to have a kind of a Spider-Man theme going on here unintentionally because there was a lot of Spider-Man stuff. We had Spider-Man 4 big update. We had some Spider-Man Noir stuff. Got a first look at the suit. We got Venom: The Last Dance, which I watched right before we went live in my home office on my technically on my computer, but I mirrored it so that I can watch it on my big TV.
From the pirate ship.
So I can get a full pirate ship experience with the whole projector. It was a very comfortable way to consume that. It was a movie.
Yeah.
it was a film. We'll talk about it.
All right, yeah, I'll wait for when we get to that part because
we'll get to we'll get to that. Also, of course, some big gaming news. Monster Hunter Wilds is having a surprise beta, and of course, the Sony ponies, because we're the best, get first crack at it. That starts tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on the West Coast time. So if you have, and that's starting off on PlayStation Plus, and then they're going to gradually roll it out to the rest of the riffraff over the course of the week. But Monster Hunter Wilds, that's going to be a good time. There's also a Marvel Rivals test going on right now, Chinese only. I was watching a little bit of that.
yeah, I watched Venta and Miller play a little bit.
Yep, same. I was checking out a little bit of the tournament. Some characters got some buffs. Jeff got some very well-deserved buff and needed buffs because Jeff's very durable, very fun, but he definitely needed a little bit of help because if your tanks and your DPS weren't peeling off and protecting him, he was pretty much screwed. There's nothing you can do about that. So he got some nice buffs. Looking forward to getting to play Marvel Rivals again, which also revealed some new Venom. I don't think they officially did that. That was more of a Miller thing.
No, they tweeted it.
Oh, good. So we got some new Marvel Rivals Venom skins coming. December's almost here.
I had some weird people come after me this week. It was definitely some takes.
I mean, what's new for JayShockblast?
One guy came after me because yelling at me because like the picture of Anti-Venom from Rivals. I said, "Oh, looks good. It's pretty much just a recolor. Eyes look a little off." And dude is like, "How do you don't know anything about Anti-Venom? What a loser! He has orange eyes, idiot." I'm like, I didn't say his eyes weren't orange. I said that they were red, and they're sometimes red, but they're like normally orange. I just said they looked off, and like imagine like saying all that and being wrong, and then like doubled down and he like doubled and tripled down, telling me that like I literally didn't say what I said. I'm like, bro, it's a minute and 33-second video. Figure it out.
Yeah, like, that is the internet in a nutshell. People being very angry, very loud, and usually very wrong.
It was not that guy, Travis. We're not going to acknowledge that though, because it's been. So I'd like it to stay that way.
Indeed. Let's get into the webhead first. Of course, Tom Holland, JayShockblast's favorite Spider-Man of all time.
I do like Tom Holland.
Yep, we all like the Tom Holland. He's no Andrew Garfield, but he's pretty great. But Tom Holland making a press rounds. He got booked to be in the new Christopher Nolan project. So congrats to him. Well deserved. He's gonna maybe he'll get his Robert Downey Jr. moment. Little Academy Award potentially. Who knows? We'll see how good this next Nolan project is. But the big thing is Spider-Man 4. Sony officially put it up. It's coming July 2026. Smack right dab in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. In fact, Avengers Doomsday is supposed to come out a few months before the Spider-Man 4 film, and it's going to definitely involve Spider-Man. I heard he's been confirmed to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, where of course we get to see Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. So potentially interesting, potential Battle World Spider-Man movie. Well, we'll see. What do you think? What do you think of this predicament, Mr. Shockblast?
I'm wondering if it could tie into the end of Venom at all in any way. The after
the post credit scene.
the after credit scene that is basically terrible. I mean, it's okay, it makes sense, but like it's basically terrible except for that last second. You know, pretty pointless, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know what we do next because it's kind of a fresh
Yeah.
start. I'd
Yeah,
like him to actually find Mary Jane.
the real Mary Jane.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Or
I think people.
Gwen Stacy. I
I,
mean,
well, if I think she was going to be the Sony Gwen Stacy, but Sydney Sweeney, in apparently rumored to be playing Black Cat. That would definitely be be my preference if they wanted to go.
probably break the internet.
Yeah, we wanted to go that route. But yeah, I know people were kind of hoping, I guess, for a more grounded Spider-Man movie. Now that Tom is, officially on his own, no one remembers him, and I guess they wanted to kind of like I don't know, kind of a small scale Spider-Man where he's just swinging around the city doing Spider-Man stuff. But yeah, the Doom tie-in could be really interesting.
I thought I read somewhere, and it could be just total horseshit, but I thought I read somewhere they want him to work with. They want Charlie Cox in it and having Daredevil run around with them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that part is bullshit. I know I've heard some scuttlebutt about another Daredevil Spider-Man crossover, with nothing like in depth. I'm sure we're going to see all sorts of stuff in Secret Wars, but yeah, Doomsday, yeah, that's going to be kind of another big Infinity War type of thing. But then, as for his solo movie, I don't know. I kind of the one thing I do want. I honestly don't care if it's on Battle World or whatever, but I'm just kind of hoping it's a Spider-Man movie where he has no father figures, like none.
Just let the man be a spider.
He's a grown man now. Like Tom Holland looks like a boy, but he's pushing 30. This is his fourth film. He's had a daddy in all of the movies so far. Like, can we have him, kind of being on his own, figuring stuff out? No Mr. Stark, no Mr. Mysterio, no Mr. Andrew and Mr. Toby, no Mr. Norman, like just Peter. No Mr. Strange, just Peter being Peter on his own.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't know how they do grounded Spider-Man and make it interesting if it's not like a TV show.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that you could pull that off in, like, I feel like that's a series, you need that's why it worked with Daredevil, but I don't know how you do that in like a 2-hour movie,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's ways, but
I'm guessing when they said when they talk about grounded, I'm guessing these are probably Tobey Maguire fans, so they're probably thinking of like Spider-Man 2.
yeah,
It's where the fate of the world isn't up for grabs. There's there's no multiversal stuff, because obviously a Spider-Man film should have big stakes, consequences, but preferably not the universe will be destroyed.
Well, based on some of the shuffling that it seems like they've been doing, it seems like they're like trying to get, like, we're done with the multiverse shit,
Yeah,
because I feel like they just
as Venom said in the early parts of Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah, but I mean, it does feel that way.
Secret Wars is basically supposed to be like the reset,
which is good, and I think that's a good opportunity to like start fresh with a lot of people.
Yeah, 100%.
Like just recast and move forward, and like have the right a young crew that you can move forward with.
Yeah, I think, and besides Hugh Jackman, till you're 90, but there's definitely, I think, an opportunity for them to kind of hit the refresh. They lost their way a little bit, but Marvel's been figuring stuff out. Correcting.
Come on,
correcting
he didn't even pay for a ticket on the boat.
Correct. The only thing I pay for is my internet bill. I was not flown out on a private jet, unlike some people here to see.
I was chauffeured by a college friend to another city. Get it right?
Oh, excuse me.
To the city of champions, Boston.
Boo.
This is the same night that the Celtics were raising banner number 18.
Boo.
And hitting 29 threes.
I'm glad
y'all are gonna regret like clowning on Jason Tatum all off season.
I'm so glad they didn't break the record. I was laughing.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of fair. They missed like 12 straight at the end.
Yeah, they didn't deserve it.
I mean, they tied it. So
I think tied it is not good enough. I think the Thunderbolts is going to be okay. That's another movie that had a lot of overhauling. It shocked me as well. Now, there's been a lot of overhauling behind the scenes to quality control wise at Marvel. So one of the reasons that we've had some reshoots on Black Falcon is
Black Falcon.
Apparently Brave New World had absolutely horrendous test screenings and people weren't satisfied with it, so it's been rewritten back and forth, basically completely refilmed, and they had original treatment for Thunderbolts, then they fired whoever was doing it, and they got the guy from Beef to write. So I mean, the trailer looked okay. The movie might be just fine, but
Wow, that of all the Pokemon, Exeggutor?
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite the one.
Give you Florence view. Fair enough. No, I think it could be okay. Brave New World I think might be bad, but I think Thunderbolts is going to be solid. Obviously, Daredevil Born Again is going to be peak. Ironheart is going to be a complete train wreck. I'm not expecting an Agatha All Along type of surprise hit. I think Ironheart is just going to be dog water. Good old fashioned dog
Pokemon,
water.
I just want to point out that my Gengar right there is wearing my High Roller hat.
Chill.
Yeah. Just pointing that out.
But beyond that, I think the future of Marvel could be pretty good as long as they, quality control, keep things back on track, reboot after Secret Wars, get some fresh faces in there, and hopefully tell some, if they're going to adapt comics, do a better job. Like, I still want a proper Secret Invasion. Like, I want them after Secret Wars to just kind of at some point ramp up to like a real Secret Invasion. And
I feel like they dropped the ball too much on that.
I mean, to be fair, no one watched it, so.
And I don't know. I'm also like the Skrulls. I'm done with the Skrulls. Like, I think it's too late. Like, there's enough other stories.
In 10 years, I think we can circle back to the Skrulls.
Maybe.
Like, don't do any Skrulls from now on, and then in about 10 years, after Secret Wars and everything's rebooted, circle back, start building that back up. And then do it properly.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm
Blaze Ruler, accurate.
No, I saw him retweet my link for the stream, so I figured I would just and we're talking about Pokemon anyway. So Gengar right there. He's kind of like a Halloween Pokemon, and Halloween is my birthday, so
Gengar is a very good Pokemon. He's
kind of an asshole, so that's why I like him.
As you should. I mean, Pokemon are literal slaves.
I mean,
it's literally a show. It's basically a show about dogfighting with mystical creatures.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is.
Yeah. I got too many scragglers, and it's bothering me.
How do you notice?
Because like I have this crystal clear camera.
Ooh, what is it from Elgato?
Yeah, it's the Elgato Facecam Pro, of course. 4K, glorious.
#spawn.
Oh, sponsored, yes.
There
And I've
you go.
got this amazing Fallout themed Elgato microphone, sponsored.
Boom. Jay making the big bucks. Got a shout out. Got to shout out the Elgato. I got
Yeah,
my
I
Elgato
stand
behind me.
I stand Elgato for sure.
If you're going to shill for anyone, I can definitely approve of shilling for Elgato. They make great product.
Yeah, I would do it for free, but
same. I mean, I basically do it for free. They've sent me some free products, which I still haven't used yet. I don't even think I've taken. I got to set up one of these things. I think I wanted to use the mic, maybe the camera. I got to set one of these up at some point. Shout to them. But I think Marvel could be okay as long as they don't screw this up again. But I don't know about the Sony Marvel verse. What the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, okay? So I responded to oh god, why am I blanking? The creator of Null,
John Sony.
No. God damn it. I literally just had his name on the tip of my tongue. Donny Cates. Donny Cates tweeted out that like how surreal it was for him to see a character he created on the big screen
For all of 5 seconds.
Yeah. But still, I get it. And I'm actually glad for that. But I just said, and I just responded, yeah, I saw it on Tuesday. I thought it was solid. Definitely I definitely think it's the best of the three. Because I don't really think the first two are that great. And that's not like some high praise. Some guy's like trolling through the Donny Cates reply section and is like asking me if I was paid by Sony to say that, because apparently calling the movie solid is a worthwhile investment. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. Obviously, it makes perfect sense, Jay. Sony paid you $2,000 to say
I wish
the movie was okay.
Yeah. And then he got so butthurt that I called him out that he started like losing his shit and didn't just like click my name and look at my profile. He Googled me. And I'm sorry that if you Google another man, you are never winning. Like you did literally, I could be dead wrong and you already lost.
Jay got himself a brand new stalker. You love to see it.
It's funny because like he then changed like his profile picture to my picture. And the reason why I knew he Googled me is because I know that like I know what the like top image that pops up on a Google search of JayShockblast is. It's some goofy picture of me like doing a Ask Me Anything video that like nobody even watched, but somehow is like number 2 or 3 on the Google image search. And I know that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, and I know that. So as soon as you use that picture, it's over. Like you had to Google me to get that picture.
Why would he even look up that picture?
I don't know. It's so weird.
What an absolute loser.
You have to be like pretty sad to like give that much of a crap about like somebody calling the movie solid and thinking it's the best of the three, which low bar.
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if I'd even go that far. I mean, Venom. So obviously the Venom trilogy. I can't believe that's a thing. Is definitely kind of a throwback to like the old, kind of early mid 2000s superhero action type of films. Not too serious. You're not going in there for cinema. You're not even looking at like MCU quality stuff. You're going in there. There's some cool buddy comedy, queer undertone type of thing going on between Venom and Eddie, and you get a few laughs. You watch some cool action stuff, and then you go home. Like it's nothing really, to write home about. It's just a solid movie. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why the critics are so like butthurt over this movie, but yeah, they've been hating on it since the first one. Like I saw I think when I saw the first one, I checked Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, 'cause I was curious, and I saw it had like an 18% critic score and then a 90 something percent audience. So I was like, oh, now I have to go out and see this movie. So I watched it in theaters. I was like, that was okay. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, the third act definitely could have desperately used some lighting, but for overall, that was okay. Venom 2, I thought was absolute dog shit,
Yeah.
and hate what they did to Carnage because it was a really cool looking Carnage. Woody Harrelson's great, but yeah, they just completely screwed that one up. And then the third one, uh, I feel like it definitely got saved by the third act,
Yeah.
which was fairly fun. It would up until the third act, I would describe the movie as pretty dog shit. A couple laughs here and there, but yeah, not Madam Web levels of bad, but not completely far from Madam
Well,
Web, like
I'll tell you, and
in terms of writing.
we'll do some minor spoilers. Not like I don't think anybody cares, but um, the reason why I thought it was the best of the three is because it just kept moving, and it didn't give me enough time to like get bored. I'm not saying that what was happening was great, but I was taking it for a Venom movie. I went in already with low expectations,
As you should.
and I thought the first part of the movie was okay. It picked up where we last saw, Eddie and Venom, and then I thought that whole sequence was decent, and then like obviously the family part was a little goofy, and I could have probably done without them being in the movie at all, but I also understand how it gave it a little bit of stakes.
Yeah.
Like other than the whole, Nola's invading part, but like it gave a little bit of extra stakes. Not that they were like necessary, but it wasn't as cringe as it could have been.
Uh
Um
I
I
mean the dance sequence got really cringe.
Yeah, but I think that was the point, though. Like, I think the whole entire point was to be cringe, and I think they just kind of owned it. And I actually kind of, I mean,
Uh
who knew that Venom: The Last Dance would be a musical, just
yeah.
like Joker.
I thought not only was that part the most cringe about it is like not only was just cringe for just in itself, but also it's like you're on the run, you're running from the police, the government. Now there's just this giant alien menace from another world that can track you if you turn into your Venom form, and you turn into your Venom form just so you can dance with the lady from the convenience from the convenience store, just so they can fit in this bit. Is like, this is dumb. This is just, yeah, this is just, it was just like, nah, this is bad. Like that was a part, that was definitely a part where I started checking my phone like, oh shit. How
Yeah,
fortunately it was a tight hour and 30 run hour and 30 run time, around the same length as Jumper, but I was like, oof, good
right.
thing.
Like they didn't try to stretch it out. You know what I mean? And I felt like, you know, I do feel like they involved the symbiotes, but not like they were just the colors, you know what I mean? Like it
Pretty
didn't
much.
really like
I also kind of forgot that whole thing about bonding, true symbiotic bonds being rare thing. They got that
right.
right the fuck out of there. It was like, oh, everyone gets a symbiote. You get a
Yeah, yeah.
symbiote. And you get a symbiote. And you get a
Yeah.
symbiote. Everyone gets a symbiote. Check, look under your seat. Symbiote.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird. And I don't know if you saw, but like Fortnite got She Venom
Yeah. So
and Agony. And Agony makes sense because like I don't know what the girl's name is. Apparently she's from Ted Lasso.
mm.
Um
Oh yeah, I
but
recognize her.
yeah, like basically there are like three main characters in the movie. There's Mordo, military Mordo,
Mhm.
trying to blend in a little bit. there's Eddie, and then there's the girl scientist. Okay,
Yeah.
and basically the symbiote that she got is in Fortnite. When I thought the other scientist one should have been in there instead of She-Venom, because She-Venom, I think the reason why they did it was because I think Rochelle Williams had the symbiote at one point, and then the other girl had the symbiote in this movie for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And somehow that was the other skin. Everybody kind of wanted Scream, but I think I forgot what the green one is. Technically, somebody told me the other day, but I can't remember.
Was it Toxic?
No, Toxin is red.
Toxic is red. Yeah, I got the
Lasher, I think.
Lasher. Yeah, they didn't last long either. they were just there. They were put in a movie for exposition and to be sacrificed.
Yeah, Lasher is the green one. Yeah, I got there eventually. But yeah, close. I felt like that one was active way more than Agony, but Agony was the speedster that everybody wanted. So now she probably gets a video game.
Imagine. maybe that's when Insomniac's working on.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad they did what they did with Null, which is basically acknowledge him.
Yeah.
And then leave him alone, because I don't want some half-ass Null fight. You know what I mean? Like that was like a Infinity War level battle, you know?
For sure.
And you can't really do it without Silver Surfer and Thor.
Yeah.
Along with a lot of other characters.
But... a lot of characters that aren't in the Sonyverse.
Right. But especially Silver Surfer and Thor. Who
could have been in the Sonyverse, by the way. Yeah. For the uninitiated, this is a common misconception that people think Sony owns Spider-Man, and they do not. They just have the film rights, which they bought for, I think, what was it, $7 million?
It was like chump change. It's crazy.
Yeah, but the craziest thing about that is not that they bought the rights to Spider-Man for like, less than $10 million just for the film, but Marvel offered them pretty much every character. like Marvel said, you can have pretty much all these. You can have Iron Man, Thor, Captain. You get the film rights to all of them. You just go crazy. Just give us money. And Sony said, I think I'm paraphrasing it, but this is basically what they said, very close to what the exec said. No one gives a shit about any of those other characters. Just get Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. I can't believe they just gave him like carte blanche rights, Like I can't believe they didn't think, oh, let's put some like limitations on this just in case.
No, they were just going to give them everything. Like, oh yeah, go crazy. And that executive, his infinite wisdom was like, nope, we'll just take Spider-Man.
I also can't believe in 2024 there are literally still people that think that Sony owns Spider-Man.
I do. People do not do any research.
Yeah. It is the wildest thing, and a lot of times they are just so sure of themselves too.
Yeah, because this is pretty much the state of social media. Like it's got a bunch of people. You have all access to all the information in the world, and they believe something. And because it feels right to them, they just accept it and will argue with you they will do no research. They won't even think through it logically. Like if you just took a moment and say, okay, wait a minute. If Sony completely owns Spider-Man, why is Spider-Man on other platforms? Why is Sony paying a licensing fee to Disney to make their Spider-Man games? They don't think through what they believe. They just regurgitate it and then we'll just argue with it.
Yeah, my favorite thing is to like go grab all the Xbox 360 Spider-Man games I own. What do you mean? It's crazy that only in 2018 is when Sony owned Spider-Man. Weird.
Also pull out Midnight Suns.
Yeah, not Avengers,
Not Avengers.
but yeah. Oh, I just saw the craziest thing. I know you don't really care about football.
I care so much about football.
But at the end of the Washington-Chicago game, there was this insane Hail Mary that happened, and one of the guys, the commander, or the Washington ended up winning. I hate calling them the Commanders.
The Commanders. That's
Yeah, they were the Redskins, but
shh, you can't say that, Jay.
well, it's crazy because like the guy that was the actual mascot, the picture, like his family is like suing the NFL to have it reinstated.
That's hilarious.
It is, yeah, yeah. So anyway, so at the end of the game, it came down to like a last second Hail Mary, and dude ended up catching it, and there's a guy on the Bears that was like all the way on the side that was like dancing and taunting the Washington fans. And then he turned around and saw the play was going, and he like ran over to the center of the field. And he's the one that actually tipped it to the guy on Washington that caught the ball, and they won. It's like so good.
I'm definitely holier than thou. I've literally been blessed by the Lord Jesus Christ. he has deemed me, in fact, holier than all of you.
This guy is the one that believes Sony owns Spider-Man.
100%. Like no other way he'd get this triggered.
Yeah, he felt called out specifically. Or he was a Chicago Bears fan.
100% has had many arguments over the internet about Sony. I don't think Spider-Man.
Yeah,
this is already you.
I mean, there's just some things that you are able to actually like be holier than thou about, and this just happens to be one of them. When you're right,
like, my whole thing is literally research.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, like if in 2024 you still think Sony owns Spider-Man, you deserve to get stuffed in a locker a little bit.
100%. Like it's because it's such a mentally stupid thing. Like the idea of Spider-Man, the actual character, being wholly owned by Sony, not just the movie rights, not the entirety. Like they actually believe Marvel sold the entirety of Spider-Man, and nobody else talks about it.
Yeah,
that's crazy. No, but I think Venom: The Last Dance, I give it like a 6.5.
I think I gave it like a 7. And I feel like somewhere between 6.5 and 7. I mean, I just thought it was a solid, fun popcorn movie. You turn your brain off a little bit, just take it for what it is, and realize that Sony's done with Venom, and now we can get a real Venom. I'm not a lethal protector guy. Yeah, I'm not like, I don't like Venom the lethal protector. I like Venom the arch nemesis of Spider-Man. I don't like buddy cop Venom.
You don't like ballroom dancing, chocolate loving Venom?
No. I mean, it was fine for what it was, right? I mean, it was okay, but like I'm ready for let Marvel take over Venom.
Popcorn bucket is crazy.
I was actually kind of annoyed because we got Boston traffic was insane because the Celtics were having their championship ceremony. And the theater I saw it at was I don't know, about 10 blocks away from the TD Garden, I think we're calling it now. It'll always be the Fleet Center to me. The bank is what we call it. Anyway, what do you
JayShockblast is actually the new Venom.
Who do I put as new Venom? I don't even care. I don't need to see
Cast JayShockblast. That's right, elite.
So
Cast JayShockblast as the new Venom.
Yeah. Did you see that Dwayne Wade statue? Yikes.
We don't talk about that.
Anyway, yeah, the traffic was bad, so we got there a little later than I wanted to, and then we got in, and I've been to this theater 3 times. Every time I've been, the freaking concessions are a nightmare. So we had to be seated. So I went in and I got our seats, which were reserved. It had my name like on it and everything.
In solid gold.
Yeah, and
Bag of money under the seat.
My friend Tim ended up like, I'm like, I'll go to the concessions. I'm like, all right, cool. Just give me a popcorn and a soda. So I didn't even get to see if they had any special swag. I saw something as I was walking by, but I didn't get a chance because I had to be seated.
You failed the city.
I think it was AMC, but I don't go to AMC often, and I don't usually have to deal with that. So I don't know. All I know is I walked in the door. There was a guy there that said, "Hey, JayShockblast." And I'm like, "Oh, you know who I am?" He goes, "Yeah, we worked with you on Borderlands too." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize you guys are the same people." So apparently these people like me.
I guess so. I mean, not they. I mean, they can't like you that much. They sent you to see Borderlands, but
and Venom.
I mean, you're not making the about that.
Listen. Yes, they sent me to see Borderlands, and look what I have.
PTSD.
Yeah. I haven't even posted the video yet, but I got the steel. This still looks nice, and only $28. So
it does look nice.
It's actually a sick steelbook.
If only the actual product was good.
not the best movie, but I'll be honest. For $28, I ain't gonna complain. I'm a collector. It looks nice. I like it. I'm happy.
As long as you're happy.
I will say this though. I have a rant about steelbooks right now.
Oh, let's hear it.
The steelbook market is out of control right now. So what they've been doing, Best Buy used to get most of them exclusively,
right?
But then they got out of physical media, and since then, like Walmart and Amazon have been doing most of the steelbooks. Exactly, I'm a big physical media guy. So what they've been doing is when they put them on sale, they put them on sale for like this ridiculous price, and then eventually adjust it. Okay, so when I pre-ordered Deadpool and Wolverine, they were $70 each.
The fuck?
Exactly. Okay. And eventually they might haven't shipped yet. So I did just get a price adjustment though to $55, which is still fucking insane. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. But like, I don't understand it. And I just saw Venom The Last Dance went up for pre-order and it's listed at $65. What are we doing here? Like, that is ridiculous for one movie, any movie, and just a steelbook. Like, give me a break. And then I don't know if you saw like Hawkeye, Loki, and Ahsoka and Mandalorian season 3. They just went up for pre-order tonight for steelbooks, $65 each.
I wouldn't,
and they don't come with a digital code either.
I wouldn't pay that for all of them combined.
Yeah, I this is going to be the time. Like $260 for those 4 is, I'm not doing it. Like I'm going to wait until like Black Friday. Like, and I usually don't do this because I'm a collector and I want to have them, but like in my collection. But like, I am not paying $65 for those seasons, and it doesn't even come with a digital code. So, what's a steelbook? It's like a metal case, basically. They're usually a little bit nicer.
Yeah, I would definitely. Maybe if they offered me $250,
yeah,
I'd take it off there. But I fucking hated Hawkeye.
I think like for a movie about $30 is about right, and for a season of a show, I mean, 65 is ridiculous. But I mean, I know Game of Thrones was around there, but Game of Thrones was way better. So I don't know, man. I just can't. I can't.
Well, it's nice to know that even Jay, is as insane as he is when it comes to collecting stuff, he has limits.
Yeah, I'm just so tired of the like the adjustments to pricing though. Like, no, if you don't know what the price is, don't put it up for sale. And when you know what the price is, put it up for sale and leave it that way.
Correct. Should be easy.
Yeah, I mean, you would think.
You would think, but yeah, no, it does not often work like that. But We got some more Spider-Man news to go over, Mr. Shockblast. Let me
Oh
get
boy.
your live reaction here.
Oh, I saw this. I mean,
Pret-
it looks dead
Pretend,
on.
pretend this is your first time.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, so this is our first official look at Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir. This is going to be the Amazon television series starring Nicolas Cage, Spider-Man Noir in 1930s New York. Of course, he got pretty popular for his appearance in Into the Spider-Verse, and I honestly thought this was a meme when they announced it, but I'm glad it's a thing. One of the showrunners did the Punisher show on Netflix, so definitely a little encouraging there.
Why does everything have to be rated R? Why does Spider-Man Noir have to be rated R?
Yeah, I think they could get away
What
with
is people's obsession with rated R?
I think they get away with a PG-13, but I mean, I think the expectation is that if you have a show, you know, it's not like a kids cartoon or something like that that's on like a premium network, that you're paying for. The expectation is that it's going to be more adult oriented. Now it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be Game of Thrones with the with the nudity and the violence, but
Yeah, rated R just insinuates there's gonna be lots of blood and violence
yeah,
and nudity
yeah, you don't
and
need
like
all that.
lots of like F bombs and swearing. Like you don't need that. You can do just fine with PG-13. But it's also Spider-Man. They're not rated R-ing anything involving Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's not necessarily. I know it's supposed to be grittier because it's Spider-Man Noir, but it's still Spider-Man. It's still Spider. That's not really that's not really on brand with the Spider-Man story. I don't even think it's necessary. Like why, like we loved his take on Spider-Man Noir in a family friendly animated movie.
All right.
That was the charm. It's very charming. Like you don't need him saying the F word every few sentences to bring that through.
Hold on, I gotta stand up for a minute.
Jay is currently doing cartwheels to get the blood flowing. I am all father of Naysayer Nation. That is an accurate statement. His comics were very dark and gritty. The Vulture in it was a literal cannibal. Yeah, but you don't need it to be, complete. You can have gritty. Like I don't even know if they do ratings like that for like streaming shows. It's usually have those ratings for movies, but yeah, if it's coming on Amazon, we can assume it's going to have it's not necessarily going to be G or PG or anything like that. I think it's just going to be just expected to be for older people, but I don't think it's going to necessarily have like a bunch of blood and and excessive amounts of blood. Like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I think they were like PG-13. They had some mature tones. They had blood. They had they had some jokes that would not fly in 2024. So it's like I was like, you don't need to like think of it so narrowly in terms of what's it going to be rated. I think you could just expect it to be fine. I think this one's going to be good. Usually, I judge a project like this based on the quality of the design. If I could, you obviously got some good people involved. The showrunner, you got Nicolas Cage, but it looks like they actually give a shit about the suit. So
Yeah, suit looks perfect.
yes,
I hope that I hope it's black and white, number one.
yeah, for sure.
And because it is looking very bright in this video or this picture.
To be fair, it's on set and they're surrounded by green screen.
Yeah, no, I get that, but still.
Yeah, so
Like
so
I don't want to see no Spider-Man Noir during the day. It's like Gotham, it's always night.
yeah, I would definitely expect it. They're just filming this. It's important to have quick tech tip, guys. If you're doing anything on green screen, lighting is extremely important. It doesn't matter what the actual product is going to be. It could be at night, it can be in the day. Uh, in order to get the best quality on the green screen, you need really really good lighting. So just keep that in mind. But I think this is going to be I think it's going to be really good. I have high hopes for this one. Amazon, of course, previously canceled the Silk series, but they're going forward to Spider-Man Noir. So, and they also got the Warhammer 40K and the live action Voltron coming. So Amazon's doing some things.
Yeah, let's see what we got. You know what I mean? It's funny because like I very rarely watch anything on Amazon Prime. I forget that I even
Yeah,
have it.
I
You
can
know?
I occasionally watch. So for when it comes to Amazon Prime, like there's a couple shows I watch. Maybe I watch sometimes. Like I like Reacher, not so much the second season, but Reacher is okay. Jack Ryan's okay. I'll find like a show or a series or a movie or something, and I'll just look it up and find it's on Amazon. So I'll just watch it on Amazon. Uh, and sometimes they have some really good anime. Uh, so there's actually one I'm watching that came out this year, but Amazon's getting better. I think they're getting a lot better. Rings of Power still not into, but Amazon's got some quality stuff coming.
I just saw the funniest thing, and even though you're not talking about it, I still have to show it because I think even you're gonna laugh at it.
Oh
Miami
no!
Heat champion Antoine Walker finally gets his statue.
Oh no!
So anyway, uh,
What the fuck happened?
I loved Antoine Walker.
Oh, I really did like Antoine Walker. He is such a fun. I used to play with Antoine Walker a lot in NBA Live. He's such a
Yeah,
he's such a fun player.
the wiggle.
The Wiggle. Yeah, it's a shame what happened to him, but hope he's okay right
Wait,
now.
what happened to him?
He lost his money.
Oh yeah. A
Yeah,
lot of guys do that.
he was part of that era. It's not so much anymore. The athlete has evolved, particularly in the NBA, thanks to a lot of education. A lot more now it's like it's harder to find a NBA player who's not like doing like 10 different side businesses.
Are we sure about that? Because I just heard that Anthony Edwards is about to fight a fourth baby mama
Well,
allegations.
well, I mean, he one thing that's not changing is definitely NBA players being irresponsible with groupies and OF models, but in terms of just general financial literacy, it's night and day.
Same to you, Travis.
Yep. Appreciate you. Uh, and yeah, like we used to hear these stories all the time about NBA players going broke, and now I feel like all the NBA players are they've got a podcast. They're doing movies. They're investing in all this stuff. So I think it's definitely doing it. Yeah, Anthony Edwards definitely needs to get he stop pulling a Zion. But
Did you see Jalen Brown? Speaking of podcasts, Jalen Brown went on Stephen A. Smith's podcast. Did you see anything from that?
I did not. I just only thing I saw from Stephen A was his appearance on Fox News.
Uh, um, so during the playoffs, Stephen A. It didn't really go after Jalen Brown, but like he's like, oh, I just got a text from, a source who's
Mhm.
basically saying that Jalen's too outspoken and that's why he doesn't get brand deals and this and that.
Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah, and Jalen Brown like got all mad about that, obviously.
Of course.
And during the parade, he wore a shirt that said "State your source." So he I can't respect him more, and I feel like if you watched the clip, you would have a really hard time. You would have a real big internal struggle because, like, here is an extremely bright, intelligent, gifted black man speaking very articulately and not like going after, Stephen A. Smith over this, but like trying to have a conversation with him to like get to the root of why it upset him that he did it, and like not taking him to task for like protecting his source, because he's like, I understand you're a journalist and I understand that there is a code, where sources are protected, but as a man, how do you like how do you do that? Like, how do you like do that and have that in inner conflict with yourself,
Mm.
Like, as a man, you're saying that about me, like somebody else is saying that about me, and you're choosing to use that to further your gains, like at my expense. How do you, as a man, he took him to task, but it was like very intelligent and very like, I have a lot of respect for the way he handled it.
Oh yeah, he could definitely call him a bitch and said, fight me physically, but
Yeah.
he, yeah, it sounds like he dressed him down like a disappointed parent.
I mean, kind of, yeah. It really was. It was really good, and like, but I also kind of like it was a little underhanded too, because he's like challenging his manhood. Like, hey, yeah, okay, you're a reporter, but you're also a man, and like, how
Also,
do you?
let's be honest, Stephen A's sources are almost always complete bullshit. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that'd probably make that situation worse, because he's like, because this does affect me. You're saying that all these people don't want to work with me because why? I'm intelligent. I'm not going to let people take advantage of me. Like,
yeah,
he, like it was I was like so proud of the way he handled it, and like I really have like he's done so much. Like, he started Black Wall Street in Boston, like he's reinvesting in the community,
mhm.
like he's doing like a lot with his power. He's very like, yeah, he is outspoken, like he does have like a lot of,
So is LeBron.
yeah. I feel like he's gonna be like a senator or something someday,
I could definitely see that.
like he's got a higher calling after basketball. But like, I don't know, man, I respect that, because a lot of these guys are out here like, being a clown. He's like, I don't hurt anybody. I play basketball and I go home and I get ready for the next game, I just kind of like, you know
That's true. He, in terms of controversy, like I feel like all the controversies around Jaylen Brown have been pretty much just completely fabricated.
yeah
Oh, him and Jason Tatum, how can they coexist? And then there's the Team USA stuff, which we do know is politics. Like,
yeah yeah
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I will say this too. I had a lot of NBA highlights pop up in my feed, and I watched a couple people. I never understood how big a deal reaction videos were
oh yeah,
until lately, because I always felt like, why would you want to deal with all that copyright hassle? But apparently people just do it anyway, and apparently people react to NBA highlights. And I watched a couple people react to opening night, mostly Knicks fans reacting to it, and every single, like, I don't understand why everybody like, and you can help me understand it, I'm sure.
I'm
But I
sure.
felt like everybody that was attacking Jason Tatum just kept calling him light skinned. And I I'm starting to understand that that's like a certain type of insult,
Yeah, it is.
but like, is it because they think he's too pretty?
No, so this is a deep-seated racial issue. So buckle up. Yes, so this is what is referred to as colorism.
Sure.
Back in the good old days, to a certain demographic of this country who who was
I think we've been over it before. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah, they back then, there was this divide, when black people were slaves. They would have the darker ones work the fields, and the more fairer skinned ones work in like the house, and serve the food, because they were seen as more desirable. And as the years went on and society progressed more, we kind of saw that trend continue where if you were if you were a lighter or you passed, you would be treated, better. Some people, like a Rashida Jones, technically black, but someone like her back in those days would essentially be able to pass as white, and they would take that opportunity. So anyone who was fair skinned would generally be treated better. Obviously still hit with racism, but they would be treated better by the white society, and that created like a rift within the black community because they started, looking at those fair skinned people with resentment, like, why are they getting the special treatment, or why are they ashamed of where they come from. So it's created, and it's kind of stuck around ever since. It's not it's not quite as not nearly as bad as used to be, but we still see it. We still have you see it in Hollywood. Usually fairer skinned black people
Yeah,
tend to
I think
get
Hyrule
more
is right. We
favorable.
just talked about it with Jon Stewart
Yeah,
casting.
yeah. So
I don't.
so it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's it's still mostly it's considered like a joke, like a more friendly jab. Oh, light skin, they've got like these memes associated now with light skin. They're considered pretty boys, or more sensitive and zesty and stuff.
I feel like
It's,
nobody ever says that about Steph Curry, though.
Steph Curry doesn't dodge the light skin allegations. He's definitely there. I think there's actually been I think it was Shaq. He's made this comment a couple times where where he would make a shot, and he say he's the black Steph Curry. So like Steph isn't immune to that either. Pretty much any prominent person who's like black man who's light skinned gets hit with some variation of this colorism prejudice from within the community. Sometimes it's more lighthearted, like the Jon Stewart, some of the Jon Stewart memes, like this really pretty light skinned guy going, something like that. Other times it's a little more insidious, like implying that they're not really black. Especially if they're mixed race. It's a kind of it can get kind of messy if you dig too deep within the community, but yeah, it's definitely there. So Jason Tatum is definitely not immune to that, sort of thing.
I feel like he's like the only NBA player I've seen get hit with it like constantly, though. So it was weird for me because like I don't know, and I'm glad that we can talk about stuff like this because like it's a good way to learn, and try to understand. I don't know. I feel like people are. I mean, it's 3 games. I'm not going to make this huge deal about it. I mean, they almost choked against Detroit last night.
Holy.
But I mean, Tatum is.
I think Tatum is also has a couple other things working against him besides being light. He plays for Boston, who obviously people justifiably hate because they suck, and he's also a superstar technically, but he doesn't. He's kind of considered overrated by a lot because even though he's considered, especially by Boston fans, as a superstar, he doesn't always assert himself as a superstar. Like he doesn't, like he's not off. It's not often, especially and partially that's because of the team he plays on. But Jason Tatum generally isn't that assertive. Like he's not an Anthony Edwards type, like alpha type.
He's only 19. I don't know if that joke flies outside of Boston.
Yeah, I got it, but that's essentially like because he's a superstar. If you're a superstar and you don't kind of have this alpha mentality, you're going basketball fans especially are going to give you shit for it. LeBron got the same thing, like because he played the right way. He got attacked for years because he would make the extra pass to his teammate instead of taking the fadeaway mid range with 3 guys on him like Jordan or Kobe would, and then people said he's soft, he's clutch, he sucks. Fair. I hate LeBron, but it's but it's not necessarily a bad thing to play the right way. Obviously he's taken it too far, like when he completely disappeared against the Mavericks. But yeah, Tatum will have these stretches where he'll just not do anything. It seemed
25 points a game against the Mavericks.
Yeah, but it was I mean, for LeBron, that's great for any other player, but
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tatum.
No, I'm talking about no, LeBron when he
disappearing against the Mavericks. Gotcha.
Yeah, but even Tatum, there were definitely stretches in that series where Tatum was like, it seemed like he kind of forgot he's there.
Yeah, that happens when you're surrounded by, so many good guys.
Yeah, like Tatum's a team. He's a team guy. Like that's why I brought up the Anthony Edwards comparison. Anthony Edwards has obviously he's had some very talented people on his team, but he's an alpha. Like he's like when things get tight, he's like, give me the fucking ball. Yeah. I'm gonna do something. Whereas Tatum will swing, make the extra pass, let somebody else cook. And
he is shooting this season so far.
He's letting them fly. I mean, didn't help that the defense has been horrible. like just literally just letting him walk into threes. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like put too much stock into like this early season. It's 3 games, but
I will put stock into one thing. Whoever sabotaged the Knicks by telling Mikal Bridges they need to change their jump shot. They need to be arrested and they need to fix whatever the fuck happened.
I thought you were gonna give him a pat on the back. I thought this was gonna be like Heat fan, Celtics fan, hatred of the Knicks.
Oh no, I don't hate the Knicks. I think I hate Boston. I hate LA. I don't actually hate the Knicks. I consider them rivals, to a degree, but I've never actually hated the Knicks. They're mostly because they've been so pathetic for so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't really hate the Knicks either because they've never done anything bad to me.
And I like Spike Lee.
I just hate New York.
Yeah, I used to live in New York, so maybe that's part of it. I used to live there. So.
No, I do not like the Dodgers at all. And I don't like that I have to root for the Dodgers, but I have a Manny Ramirez LA Dodgers jersey somewhere in my house, and I'm looking everywhere for it because I loved Manny.
I'm glad I will not be watching any of this baseball.
I haven't really been watching it either because I fucking hate the Yankees. Like fuck the Yankees.
Well, maybe I'll buy a Yankee jersey. Just to
just be a front runner. That makes sense.
So when I did follow baseball, I liked the Yankees. I wasn't a massive Yankee fan. I rooted for the Phillies because I was obligated to, because when you grow up in Philly, you're obligated to root for the teams. The team I actually loved was the Mariners, because Ken Griffey's my favorite player of all time, and I liked the Yankees. I thought the jerseys were cool. I like Jeter. So I would tap in a little bit.
I wasn't alive in the 70s, Eastwood. That doesn't mean anything to me. They've never mattered since I've been alive.
He was alive
at any point in time.
Jay was alive in the 40s.
Yeah.
Eastwood actually watched Babe Ruth live. Fun fact.
The Dodgers, I should like the Dodgers a little bit because the Red Sox have traded so many guys there. And Mookie Betts is probably my favorite active baseball player. And it's so depressing that he will never he's going to be known as a Dodger and not a Red Sox.
Well, I am happy about that because fuck Boston.
Oh.
Forever.
I don't blame you. 13 championships this century.
Cheaters.
Yeah. Just,
cheating.
Cope.
Easy to win where you're cheating.
Anyway, I could probably talk. We could talk basketball all night, but people start tuning out when we do that. What else did we have?
Fuck them.
That's fair.
I will say the NBA season was definitely pretty exciting. Papers coach. What do you rate opening week so far? I think we got some pretty fun games. I surprise as much as I hate the Lakers. Surprisingly, the JJ Redick experiment is going well so far.
Yeah, he seems like really into it. I I thought it was kind of funny that Bronny came in and immediately they went -9 with him on the court.
I
But yeah,
mean, that's a. I also love that Anthony Edwards told Bronny that he didn't need to take a shower after.
yeah, yeah, that's wild.
That's
Anthony Edwards is feeling very comfortable.
very
For
extremely.
what is he, third year?
Yeah, he's extremely comfortable. I love it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that documentary, Starting Five. I heard it was really good.
There's a lot of Tatum in that, right?
I can fast forward through those first. That's fine.
I mean, I'll be honest. I watch more Celtics than Bruins. I love both of them honestly, and I don't know. I've watched enough Bruins games already, so it's a little bit easier to like give the Celtics a shot. But Detroit looks like, and I heard Brian Scalabrine say something about them that it always feels like whenever they play us, they play hard, and then when they play other teams, they take plays off a lot, and that's indicative of a young team, obviously. But like, I don't know. I think they could be pretty decent because like they've got Tobias Harris, they've got Tim Hardaway Jr., and there's another vet that they had, and those guys were playing hard. Like everybody was playing hard. Cade Cunningham is legit.
Jalen Duren,
he's good.
Too bad they're horribly coached.
They are definitely horribly coached because there was a few things that happened in that game where like it was like, what are you doing? And like even like the play-by-play guys were calling it out, and it's like, oof.
Yeah,
but
they need a new coach, but this
is their new coach.
They need another one.
This is their third coach in the last 3 years. They're paying coach. Monty Williams $60 million for the next 5 years to coach his son's high school basketball team.
They need another one. They need to move off. JB is
Bickerstaff, right?
Yeah, JB Bickerstaff is.
He was terrible.
He's fucking horrible.
Yeah, but they played really hard. Like they were down 20 something at one point, and like honestly, the end of the second quarter and all of the third quarter, they like kind of dominated. Yeah, and I don't know if the Celtics were just like fucking around. Like I felt like the Celtics early against Washington were like, it's Washington. And like then Washington made a couple plays and they were like, and then they just got dumped on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like that's a consistent Boston thing. They kind of
play down to their competition.
Yeah, they let teams hang around. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair criticism, and I'd like to see them stop that. But at the same time, like I kind of enjoy watching some of their kids like run around and get some time. Like I actually saw Jaden Springer play some basketball.
Oh, imagine. Yeah. Big shout out to Klay Thompson. Got his first debut out the way. Got his debut out the way. He looked good.
Yeah. I'm not like, I don't know. I think the Celtics obviously front runner for the championship again. I don't think
disagree.
Well, they're very clearly the front runner. I mean, like they're the defending champion. They brought back their whole team
with the asterisk.
No asterisk.
Asterisk.
They played the teams that were on the schedule.
They were all hurt.
Yeah, I mean the Celtics were hurt.
Barely.
Yeah, well, those all sound like a lot of really convenient excuses, but
facts, all facts.
I mean, I think that I would like to see them because, like, honestly, Jason Tatum only played like 26 minutes in the first 2 games. Like I would like to see them be able to like get other guys some time, and we've got some decent young players. Like Peyton Pritchard has been playing out of his fucking mind.
As always.
Yeah, like he hit a shot that didn't count against Washington from 3/4 court. Like he was like this much off on the clock, and like sank it. Like they literally changed the rule because of him, that if you like heave it up from half court, it doesn't count against your shooting percentage.
Oh, smart. That's smart. Also, as much as I hate to give Boston credit for anything, but I guess this is fine because he's an individual. I was watching a little bit of highlights, and if you squint, Xavier Tillman was kind of looking like Al Horford.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit chubbier, but
he's been working on his shooting.
Yeah, he hit a couple threes. He's been playing really well. I'm excited. I mean, this is a good team, and they still are going to get Porzingis back at some point. And he's a guy I only need to see him 20 minutes a night during the season.
Really?
I need to see him just play enough to stay consistent and ready to go. Like, you do not need to push him.
Sadly, that's what's is looking like Joel Embiid's minutes are going to.
Oh my god!
He's not playing back. They're talking about he's not playing back to backs anymore. I was like, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, as long as at this point, after everything Embiid went through, fuck it, I don't care. As long as he's healthy in the playoffs, I don't care. But we got to get him to the playoffs.
And that's how I feel like in general. And I understand why, like, a lot of people are criticizing load management and stuff like that. And I understand that, like, people pay a lot of money for these tickets and they want to see the best players play.
For sure.
But I want to see the best players play in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't want to see.
It matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm sure you pay good money for your seat, but I don't give a shit about Embiid playing on a Tuesday in March,
Right.
in October. I want to see him in the finals,
right.
the conference final, or just finish a fucking series.
Yeah.
Like he by the end of the Knicks series, he was literally on one leg.
Have you seen the Clippers' new arena?
It looks really nice for a very mid team.
I actually have a lot of respect for Steve Ballmer for like what he did with that stadium. I actually drove by it in LA when I was out there over the summer, and I read some things about it while I was there because like
Steve didn't invite you in for a drink.
No, I wish, but like there are more bathrooms per seat in that arena than any other arena in the world by a lot.
Oh, that's sick.
And I think it's like there's one bathroom, like one toilet for every 15 seats in the arena.
That's pretty good.
And he came out and said, we do not think you should have to wait to go to the bathroom. There shouldn't be lines coming out of the bathrooms. There are like controllers on the seats, so you could do like trivia and stuff in between quarters and during timeouts and stuff. The seats are heated, apparently. Like every seat. There's like this halo, instead of having like a jumbotron kind of thing in the middle, there's like this halo, and it's got like all 360 degrees of video board and like just all sorts of stats and everything. And the whole arena is just wild. It's like, I think it's like covered in solar panels. It's just crazy.
If LA wasn't such a shit show, I definitely want to visit.
He also paid. Yeah. I mean, he also paid to have some of the like civil engineering done like to the infrastructure around the arena.
Steve, you're thinking about the wrong things here, buddy.
Yeah. The video board is around the top of the arena.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's cool. I appreciate NBA owners who are just any franchise owners who like actually give a shit.
Yeah, I guess he got like sued by whoever owned the Forum, and it was like somebody big that owned it. So because they were upset that he was going to cut into their like concert schedule and everything. Yeah. So he just bought that arena.
Baller.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, he clearly cares for his team, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of their opener, and like just seeing the pure joy he experiences every time a Clipper score.
Yeah.
It is great.
You would think that, like, I think moving forward, this is a reason why somebody would want to play for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Having this world-class facility that's unlike
Definitely.
anything else.
With the owner who gives a shit, like
Yeah.
who actually
You
loves basketball.
you would think. I'm a little confused because, like, everybody wants to go to LA, and I understand the Lakers have that allure and everything. But I don't know, man. I don't see why you wouldn't want to go play for the Clippers out in Inglewood. That area around the arena is actually pretty nice because it's right by where
Yeah.
SoFi Stadium is,
Right.
and that's where YouTube Arena is, where the Game Awards are. So I mean, it's very.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it's very gentrified because,
of course, it has to be.
like, everything's been built up around it. It looks like,
Yeah.
because this time I actually drove. I had a car that day, because it was easier.
Ooh.
Well, I rented a car because it was cheaper than, like, taking an Uber from the airport to the hotel, leaving my stuff, taking an Uber from the hotel all the way back towards the airport where the arena was, and then from the arena all the way back to the hotel, especially because I could turn in my car at the hotel. Like, the rental car place was on the first floor of my hotel.
What happened to your helicopter?
I didn't have the fuel.
Tough.
Yeah.
No. I think the one of the downsides of playing with LA, I would imagine, is the taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, I don't know, people like to be in LA.
I don't know why.
Because like literally, like, the Dodgers, like, they sign, like, everybody every off season. That's why I hate them, because, like,
okay.
like, their ownership group is, like, I cannot even imagine the amount of
I don't know.
taxes they're paying. Like, they signed Ohtani for, like, $70 million a year.
If
Like,
I was a professional athlete, I'd want to play in Texas
or Florida. I mean, Florida. I mean, Texas is basically Florida without the hurricanes.
Yeah, well, that's why.
Yeah.
Like, I want to live in Hurricane City.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know, but, like,
I just need to be in a part of Texas without tornadoes, and I'll be okay.
Yeah, probably fine in, like, Dallas.
Yeah, around it. Yeah, Dallas usually is okay.
I don't know how I feel about Houston. I've only been to the airport at Houston, so but
yeah.
I don't know. Houston seems like a sketchy town.
Houston's definitely kind of sketchy. I've heard the strip clubs are very good, but yeah, Houston.
James Harden agrees.
Yeah, good. Lou Williams as well. Shout out to Lemon Pepper Lou.
Speaking of what's his face? Harden. You see, he looks like he's in good shape. He looks like he lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I feel like Harden. There's like a general Harden physique that he usually has. Like, there's like the one time I feel like Harden was actually skinny in recent years was during the bubble season, but like going into the bubble, but by the time he got into the bubble was actually playing, like, he bloomed right back up. But that was like the thinnest I'd seen Harden since like his rookie year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But good for him laying off the chicken wings for a little for a little while.
Listen, I'm not in a position to question anybody's shape, but I'm also not a professional athlete, so
yeah. I feel like Zion. There was a whole big thing about Zion transferring himself over the off season, but has he even played yet? I think he got hurt. I think he was hurt.
I don't know. I haven't followed that closely.
He did look good though in the off season.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen is, like, I don't know. Apparently, Buddy Hield is shooting through the roof.
The whole Warriors are shooting through the roof. I think they might beat the single game 3-point record. They look amazing. Funny enough, it seems like everyone got kind of what they wanted. Like, as long as they stay healthy, they should be good. I mean, Klay Thompson so far looked really good in Dallas. Buddy Hield has been was way better than Klay was last year. he's definitely on the perfect situation. Like all he has to do is run the floor, catch and shoot threes, bombs away. Yeah, apparently the one adjustment Curry made is like shooting more and more threes, uh, which you typically associate with the Warriors because of Curry and Clay. But if you look at it statistically, they aren't really that type of team. Like they've consistently been outshot from three. So this is them trying to really lean into it, and it's working out so far. They look good.
Yeah, I haven't really watched much of the West Coast stuff yet.
I'm definitely impressed with what I've seen. I've been trying to keep tabs on a little bit of everything. Just praying for Boston's downfall, but it's pretty good so far. But speaking of downfall, are you excited about the upcoming Star Wars Rey movie, Mr. Shockblast?
The one that is probably not happening.
It's happening, Jay. I mean, they did have some bad news recently. They lost another writer again. They lost the writer, the head writer for this project. Apparently, this keeps happening. But as far as I know, it's not canceled yet. It's still happening, Jay. You just have to believe.
I don't know that I care enough about Star Wars at this point anymore. I just feel like I feel like until Kathleen Kennedy is out, I don't care. Because I feel like I've heard, I know a person or two that has worked for Lucas in some capacity before, and I've heard that Kathleen Kennedy is a meddler. And I feel like a lot of this is on her.
Yeah, she's meddling. Blade's in definitely in a worse position. Well, the latest I heard is that it's delayed indefinitely, which obviously when I saw it was coming out, when I saw it on the schedule for 2025, I was like, "There's no way in fuck that's happening." But I did hear that from Mahershala Ali that it's not canceled. He said the current direction is in a good place, and he's okay with the delay to make sure you get it right. So if we take his word for it, sounds like maybe they have finally figured something out, got the right person behind it, because they have been going through different directors, different writers, and it looks like hats off to the MCU. They have gotten very serious about not putting out slop anymore. Like this is way more quality control than they showed during any part of Phase 4.
I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Hate to break it to you, Eastwood, but yeah, Carrie Fisher is not going to be available to do any more Star Wars movies. She's retired from life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
But I'm more these days I'm more so interested in Star Wars video games. That's the one place where they don't seem to be fucking up. Well, besides Outlaws, which I still really enjoyed. It definitely lacked a lot of polish, which is surprising. Well, actually not surprising when you think about like 600 people, 5 years of development. Yeah, more devs does not make a better game. It just doesn't. But in general, the bright spots for Star Wars lately has been the games. I don't dislike Rey. I just dislike the writing around Rey and all those other Disney Star Wars characters. I think just if they can finally, obviously, definitely get Kathleen out of there, but get the writing on track. There's some potential, but they definitely got to start cleaning house like Marvel's doing, because even like Agatha All Along, which I had no expectations for, is like surprisingly it's surprisingly good. Did you see the latest episode?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good.
Like that level of quality, I was like, is this actually a Disney Plus Marvel show? like like an actual well written character study that like tied all these other episodes together and gave a satisfying payoff to a character arc. Like, what is like? Are we watching the same platform? Like, what's
Yeah,
going
and
on?
I like the theme of the Disney, like the Disney theme, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I think seeing Agatha as the Wicked Witch of the West was
Yeah, and
pretty
then
cute.
Maleficent was Wiccan,
Yeah,
or the boy.
boy,
Yeah, I think I don't the one that did all the tarot cards. I think she was
she was the Good
Cinderella.
Witch. She was Glinda the Good Witch.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, playing it opposite to Agatha's Wicked Witch of the West. She's
gotcha.
she's the good witch. I thought I thought that was I think that was definitely the best episode and definitely one of the better episodes of a Disney Plus Marvel or Star Wars show. That definitely better than I think pretty much most of the Disney Plus episodes in terms of quality live action stuff. I did not expect this to be. Yeah, when they said when I saw that Penguin and Agatha All Along was airing at the same time, I was like, well, I'll probably watch one episode of Agatha just to confirm how bad it is, and then just stick the Penguin. And turns out I'm just watching both.
I didn't watch the most recent Penguin. The last one I watched was about the the girl.
Say her name.
I can't remember it.
Say it.
I don't remember. Olivia? Am I close? Ophelia? Oh my god, somebody help me out.
How about Jay? How about Jay chat? Lilia.
Lilia? Sophia, I was close.
He's troll. We do a little trolling here.
Anyway.
Yeah, Sophia Falcone.
Yeah.
She goes by a different name now as of the latest episode, but her absolute fantastic. I think she's definitely one of the better written villains I've seen in like a while.
Yeah. I like that version of the Batman verse, if you will.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really I really like the Batman movie, but this is a different level. Like I really love how they're expanding in the Gotham, and yeah, their portrayal of Arkham Asylum I thought was just fantastic. I'm loving all these characters. This is top quality stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So someone's definitely getting some nominations for for this one. But yeah, Agatha and Penguin, surprisingly, really two of the best superhero shows we've seen in a while. And Agatha isn't even really a superhero show, but you know, in that superhero realm, obviously they confirmed what we already knew about Rio, Aubrey Plaza's character. That leaked a couple of weeks ago, but she is indeed Death.
Yeah, because of a Funko Pop.
Who knew?
It's actually funny. I'm not gonna say who it is, but like somebody that I've known a long time, like hit me up in the DMs the other day and said, "Hey, you'll never believe it," because she saw one of my Funko Pop tweets. I'm the new influencer manager for Funko.
Ooh.
I'm like, shut up. It's like, if you ever need something, let me know. I'm like, I need everything.
Need a bag of money.
Yeah. So
Penguin airs Sundays.
yeah. I think it's got that Game of Thrones slot.
Yeah, it does, and deserved. It's really good. It has earned this slot. Definitely. I still have not watched the House of Dragons new season.
I think I got like 2 episodes in and just was like, I don't care.
Like
Which sucks because like I adored Game of Thrones. Like I didn't start off with it. Like it was one of those things where like I heard all the hype about it, and I finally was like, all right, I'm gonna jump in. And I think I watched like the first 3 episodes. I'm like, I don't get it. Like it's good, but like this is kind of boring. And then like, no, you got to get through episode 5, and then it really takes off. And oh boy, were they right.
Yeah, I got pretty much the same way. Except, like, you know, I'm not impatient like Jay. I was able to appreciate the cinema, but it definitely picked up. And I thought House of Dragon started out okay, but then I just kind of I just fell off at literally the last episode. And then I was like, when they announced the new season, I was like, oh, okay, I'll finish that last episode, and then I'll get in. I just never got to it. like I just would always find something I would more rather watch than House of Dragons. So it just couldn't hook me anymore. So I just kind of gave up. There's just too much.
Yeah.
There's too much happening.
Yeah, there's just something about it that was off.
Yeah. There's so much, so much going on. You got anime. There's always some great anime to watch. They got, Zack Snyder dropped Rebel Moon, so there's a lot going on. Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon was terrible, but his animated show wasn't terrible. Well, I haven't finished it. I watched like 6 episodes of it, but it was okay. It was not bad. I don't know how it ended though. It might have been bad.
Yeah, we started off with Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, we had to kick off with the Spider-Man 4. But I do think I have a theory. I have a Spider-Man theory, Jay.
Yeah.
I think that we're still getting some form of Spider-Man DLC.
Oh yeah.
I think based on the leaks, what I could see happening is Carnage gets moved to the Venom game, but we get the Spider-Verse DLC because going by what leaked about it, it wasn't a story expansion. It was more so like it was like new cosmetics, some photo mode stuff, and a Spider-Verse filter. It wasn't like an actual story content update like the Beetle and Carnage was. So I think they still release that at some point, and maybe Beetle, unless they want to save it for, roll that into Spider-Man 3 to give it something extra. But
I would just do that, to be honest with you,
because that's the one they started. We know they definitely started working on based on they were actually in development on based on it leaking in the New Game Plus update. So I feel like that was the first one they're working on. They put the most work into. I can see them just releasing that because I don't think we need Beetle in Spider-Man 3 because there's so much that they need to do in Spider-Man 3. As obviously we'll see what they do in between there, but there's obviously a ton of loose ends that that weren't resolved. I don't particularly like how they set up Norman at the end of Spider-Man 2. So I think they definitely need to really hyper fixate on Green Goblin and in Spider-Man 3, make sure to get that right and everything. But otherwise, yeah, I definitely think they're going to release a Spider-Verse one though.
I mean, do they deserve it though?
Yeah, I deserve it.
All right. I mean, I'll accept that.
Yeah, if they could find a way to exclude the toxic losers from being able to download
it. They're so lucky I don't run that shit because I'm petty enough that I would be going through people's like tweets and like, all right, what's your PSN? Blocked.
Yep.
Blocked. Oh, you don't like our game? Okay, can't play it. Revoked. Yeah, I'm that kind of petty.
Well, at the very least, if they charge for it, then that'll eliminate some riffraff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
maybe $5 again.
I have been playing a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 this week.
Boo.
Big thanks to Activision for sending me the Vault Edition. I've mostly been playing zombies. I've never been a zombie guy before, but I kind of am enjoying it. And I would rather play zombies than regular multiplayer, and the progression counts the same. So
I'm a zombie guy. I just have never played a Call of Duty game.
oh. Well, when I say I'm not a zombie guy, I mean like in Call of Duty sense, like zombies. I've never really been a big zombies player.
I hear that. Was this? I hear about them charging for sound now.
I haven't even seen that option, so I don't know what they're talking about. To be honest with you,
apparently they're introducing this new audio interface technology that's supposed to give you a competitive advantage. Supposed to be like and they're partnering with some company that's doing it, but you're going to have to pay for it. So,
well, I mean, if extra investment had to be made to make it, I believe that if you have to pay money to do something extra, then it should cost money. You know, I don't know what that's all about.
I believe in principle, like if you're charging for audio upgrades in a fucking video game, you've gone too far.
Maybe.
Like Call of Duty's already gross. But
yeah, I can't play Skeletor.
Yeah,
like, you didn't see me throw my chapstick on my desk.
Like when I understand, like I'm more understanding when it comes to live service stuff than the typical low IQ takes of people who mostly just don't, who are just usually complaining because they just don't have money to spend. Right. But as a NBA 2K player, I recognize what happens when you let these companies go too far,
right?
And they just start doing unbelievably stupid shit, and lines have to be drawn, like or they'll run by. That's why I'm so anti monopoly, because when you have a monopoly, you have stuff like NBA 2K literally program it to try to make you miss if you hit too many shots in a row.
I don't want to play as him in Warzone. I want to play as him in Black Ops 6 because that's the game I'm playing right now. I don't care about Warzone. And I don't like. So this is. I'm not mad at you, Steven. Okay.
He's furious at you.
I'm furious at you. Yes. I don't believe that when they put all of the Call of Duties in one app, that is one game to me. Okay. And if I buy something in that app, it should work in all my stuff. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the rules now. That's how it works with Fortnite, and that's how it works with.
Actually, I disagree. Fuck Jay's Skeletor.
but like the reason that everybody keeps saying that, like, you're you can't, we don't want that because it's not realistic. They have one of the characters in the game that has a skin in her pajamas, like literally pajama bottoms and like a wife beater.
I mean, you gotta give the people what they want, Jay. A little fan service.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. Like, it's one of those skins where you need to, like, you want to clap it, and you can play in third person though.
Yeah. I mean, didn't quite do it for me, but maybe that's because I have recently logged on to the First Ascendant for the first time in a little while. Holy shit.
Yeah, like I don't care about it. It's a first person shooter, sure, but like everybody else could see me, and I want them to see that motherfucking Skeletor is the one that just dropped a nuke on him.
And don't they have takedowns too?
Yeah, they have takedowns, exactly.
Yeah, so you can see Skeletor while you're knifing them in the back.
But I know definitely in zombies you can switch to third person mode.
Oh, there you go. Jay, the man wants his Skeletor.
And I just want to be Skeletor. Just let me be Skeletor. God.
Let him shoot zombies as Skeletor.
That's all I want in life is Skeletor.
Yeah, why don't you just marry him?
I might.
Don't threaten Jay with a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's I don't like. It's okay. I've played a little bit of the campaign and it looks good, but I don't know. It's okay.
How many bags of money did they give you to say it's okay?
No money. No money. I've always been more of a Battlefield guy. So yeah.
Fair, yeah, fair enough. What do you think of Monster Hunter Wilds, Jay? You excited to try that? Don't you have PlayStation Plus?
I do. I did see a presentation of Monster Hunter Wilds. At
They've had several.
yeah, well at Summer Game Fest, I did like a walk, like I sat down and watched them do gameplay of it. It looks like the type of game that I would probably get impatient with, and it does feel like it's almost like sort of Pokemon-ish if instead of catching them in a ball and making them your friends, you slaughter them and just collect their hides.
Yeah, other than that, exact same.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll play it, I'm sure, and try it out. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't know if that's a game that I'll get. I've never really been into the Monster Hunter games.
Well, it's a game I'm expecting to potentially dive into, not just because I'm a Capcom creator. Shout out to Capcom. But I got really into Dauntless, which is basically Monster Hunter. Me and my friends were like obsessed with it for a little while, and if based on what I've seen, if they can give me that experience but better, I think that's definitely a game I can tap into. I didn't get into some of the other Monster Hunter games because I don't know, when it comes to games that are like these big live service things, it's just like they're already going, and there's a lot to catch up on. I'll just catch the next one. That's how I felt about Destiny.
Yeah, I judge a lot of games based on if I can make content for it. And I don't know that I can make good content for that game.
I gotta see. I haven't covered Monster Hunter anyway, but at the very least I'll live stream it and see what I can do, because I've hit my quota for the month, so I kind of just can fuck around, do whatever I want.
Yeah, I wish, like, I was doing pretty good early on in the month, but like I don't know, my channel is so fucking weird. It just feels like shit hits a wall, and then like even like things that should be doing okay. Like I must be the only person covering these Suicide Squad skins.
Oh yeah,
and I know that like they get views. Like,
even I'm not covering that shit.
yeah, well, apparently, like I don't remember how they did it for Easter, but apparently like they go away after the day.
After the
So
day, yeah.
if you missed any of them, you're not getting them apparently.
Oh well, I think I missed Boomer. I know.
No, Boomer's right now.
Oh, Boomer's right now. Isn't the day over?
No, the day starts at 3 p.m. our time.
Okay, fine.
So first day was Deadshot, then Shark, Mrs. Freeze, and today was Boomer. And Boomer's actually pretty nice. Deadshot was awesome.
I don't think I got Mrs. Freeze. I got Shark and Deadshot, but I don't care about Mrs. Freeze.
Mrs. Freeze looked stupid.
I think like 90. I think pretty much all of her skins look stupid. They're just degrees of stupid.
Yeah, I think the Halloween ones are way better than the Easter ones, though.
Oh, 100%. It's not even close. Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to do the actual mid-season update.
Yeah, I just feel like YouTube doesn't know what to do with me anymore. Like, I actually have the Funko Fusion New York Comic-Con panel up, and like somebody else that asked for my permission, by the way, that took a clip from it and made a video. Like his video got like more views than mine, and like his channel is way smaller than mine, and it's just weird.
Did you steal his strats?
His what?
His strats.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what did he? What his strats? His strategies? What is? What did you look at his thumbnail, his title, see how he presented it, and like, oh, let me try that.
I mean, it's not really that different, like, but
You
like mine is like
you'd be surprised.
like what I put what I think people are going to search for: Funko Fusion panel at New York Comic Con 2024. Like you can't get,
what did they put?
I don't remember.
It's important.
I think it was just Funko Fusion news from New York Comic Con.
Have you
Mine's the actual panel.
Have you been A/B testing as well? I love that feature.
No, I mean, for this one, I just put a picture of the panel. Like
I've been it's actually been really good for me. In particular, I was always like I was already taking more advantage of thumbnails as as part of the big transformation on my channel starting around 2022. I think around the time Gotham in that lead up to Gotham Knights is when I did some more research and strategy adjustment. It was able to kind of figure this shit out. But and now I'm kind of like automatic. But after they finally added the A/B feature, it's been really encouraging me to stay locked in on thumbnails, because now it's like, okay, I know I have to make at least 3 now. Like I can't get away with just being like, okay, I'll just make one that I think is really good and just go off my gut. Now I have an actual excuse to make bare minimum 3 really, really good ones, and then so usually I end up making 5 or 6 and narrowing it down, and then using the A/B feature to pick the best one, and it's been really good. I love that they finally added that feature. It's been amazing.
I will tell you one thing. I'm very glad I returned my MetaQuest 3 because
did not enjoy it.
No, I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't figure out how to get it to record on my like OBS, so I had to like record it through the headset. And there was a point in time where like I could see things bleeding through the game, like from my room.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, why? Why is this happening? I understand why it happens when I'm not in a game, but when I'm in a game, why am I seeing? And like the worst part was there wasn't anything cool to see on my screen. Like I'm pretty sure I paused Kendrick Lamar Euphoria reaction video on one screen, and I think I had Twitter on the other screen. But like you could see it in the video, and it wasn't even a good reaction video either.
Yeah, I was a little bit like at some point I was like, you know what, if I had got sent a copy, I'll probably make some content. But I was like, I'm not really a Batman channel. Like Arkham videos, it made sense for them to cover it. It did really well for them. But I was like, because I was looking at some of the other content. I'm like, do I really want to spend $500 on the Quest?
It was just
3?
very awkward.
Yeah.
And like the gameplay aspects of it were awkward. Like I punched Venom a few times.
Good thing you didn't punch Thor.
Yeah, he was further back, but yeah, like I felt like the game was very like one dimensional. It's about as good as you can do for VR. Like, don't get me wrong, and I appreciate like the immersion, but it's just not something that was for me. Like I don't need that kind of immersion, I guess. Like in order to activate detective vision, you had to hold the controller up here and press a button. To throw a batarang, you had to actually go here, press a button, and then you would have it. There were cool things. Like
That's pretty cool.
you had to like when you stretched your arms out, you had to like start here and do this in order to like glide. But like I just felt like a lot of it was clunky and awkward, especially when I was fighting people. Like I would be punching them. Like I just want to like throw my punches, but like, oh, it didn't work because we wanted you to throw the punch from another direction. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Yeah, I just like, this is just, and like that's all it was, and like it really I got to a point where I had to like bounce around, and like I would like throw smoke, and I would like pounce on the guy, and they would drop their gun, and I would hit them a bunch of times, but then the smoke would go away, and the one other guy would find me and start shooting at me, and I would like run away through the bouncing around from like the post things, and the guy would just get back up and grab his gun, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just wasn't for me. And if you're into VR, I bet that's great. I bet you would love it, but
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna like spend $500 on that and keep it. So I brought it back and said it hurt my eyes.
fair, probably partially true.
Yeah.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah, I just didn't feel like making content for it because it wasn't a game I was particularly sad about. Like,
Oh, and I didn't even get it into the like higher resolution either.
oh yeah,
Like I didn't notice that until after. It
that
was
was
like
the
1,000 by 1,000 resolution.
that was the other thing I was worried about. So I was like, I kind of let's kind of sit one out. I already made videos about Arkham Shadow, so I'm already in the black on that content. I don't want to buy Quest Quest 3 and have to make that up. So I'm satisfied with making money off of just the news coverage of
Yeah.
of Arkham Shadow rather than just actually buying it. I'm looking forward to the next superhero game I can actually get my hands on, like Marvel Rivals in December, Rise of Hydra next year. I'm looking forward to tap into those. I hope DC gets Wonder Woman out next year too. That would be perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how close we are to wrapping.
It is 10 o'clock, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. I covered the whole itinerary, so we can wrap it up for now.
I just feel a bathroom break coming on, so if you wanted to keep going, I just need to go to the bathroom, but
actually
otherwise I am kind of wiped.
I actually have a corn dog craving, so I'm gonna watch some anime
Very good.
and heat up a snack. So appreciate everyone. Catch y'all next week, same time, probably, for the after show podcast. And tomorrow on my channel, on my main channel, I'll be covering the Monster Hunter Wilds day 1 of the beta. Awkwardly, it's going to be like I think 11 o'clock at night, my time, my time. Well, we've had even worse hours for streams before, so it's not even that big of a deal.
Cool, man. Well,
So we'll catch you there. Hopefully, we have a good time with it.
I'll be talking about my time at Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Yeah, there you go. And I guess be safe trick or treating, or
and everybody on Halloween, look out to see if I'm streaming and send me lots of money for my birthday.
Yep, do that.
I'm kidding. You don't have to send me anything.
No, you have to. You're contractually obligated to send JayShockblast money on his birthday. That's how birthday streams work. You have to send them money.
Yeah.
All right, catch y'all next week. I'm Sadot the Gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
That's correct. Zip it up, zip it out. Peace, naysayers.